Yeah, it's me. It's pretty early in the morning, pretty chilly, but it's worth checking my comments tree here. You never know, what kind of comment I'll get. Good, bad, ugly, I don't know. Let's just take a look here. Oh, is that one right there? Let's see. Down. Oh, here. Oh, there's one. Okay. All right, let's see what it says. Let's see. It says, okay, so this was on the video I did earlier this week on the video, Who's Your Hair Hero / balding at age 15. I have Beardman. What a cool name. Beardman says, quote, "Hey, Nick, could you please make a video on dealing with the process of aging in general rather than just hair loss? Really enjoy your videos. New subscriber, smiley face," end quote. I love that. And I love Beardman. That's such a cool name for a video. So it's funny, Beardman, because you're kind of reading my mind here. I was already sort of gathering, putting together some material for this video anyway, and then you requested it. So I screwed up the release date of this video because of you, Beardman. Here's how I'm going to process this, dealing with aging, even aside from hair loss, because it's true. Even if you aren't losing your hair, the older you get, you're going to change. And I've mentioned before, like even the fact that, like for me, why do I have hair suddenly growing in my ears? That's not something I want. And even the fact that, I don't know, it's even just wrinkles and stuff. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have those situations with or without the hair loss, typically, as we get older here. So how do we process that? How do we deal with that in itself? And what I do is I look at it from a psychological point of view, which is the one thing I'm good at in these videos. And I think, okay, well, what's the root of that concern? Am I really worried about getting older and looking older and aging? Is aging really the concern? And I think on a superficial level, if I wasn't good at what I did on this YouTube channel, I would assume that it was more of a vanity issue. Oh, I don't want to look older. No, it's beyond that. It's actually, and this is my unprofessional take on it, is that the anxiety of aging, the annoying part of it about aging, is not so much that we're afraid of looking older. It's not vanity. Instead, it's a fear of becoming irrelevant. That's my theory. That's what I'm presenting to you today. That as we get older as men, we're fearing becoming irrelevant. Because, and here's where I come up with that. If you do strike that on the superficial level to think, well, why do I fear looking older? I think a lot of the concerns would have something to do along the lines of that you can't get as much out of life if you don't look as young and hip and relevant than someone who looks younger than you or is younger than you. And I think that's the word, relevant. And that's a word I use a lot on this channel. I want to be relevant in what we discuss on this channel. So I think really when we think, oh man, I'm getting older, I'm looking older, I think what we're really saying is, am I getting irrelevant to the world, to my society? I really think that that's what this comes down to. And so that's something I'm proactively considering all the time. And if you've watched my other videos, I've talked about the importance of being emotionally intelligent. In other words, choosing to be victorious and not allowing yourself to become a victim, not to allow the default of fear and anxiety and those things to make your decisions and to breed inside of your brain. I talked about those things. I think one of the things that makes a victim is they're closed-minded. They're not okay with learning new things. They don't have a plan for the future, for their life. And so by being victorious, you're the opposite of that, right? So for me, I think as I get older, how can I continue to be relevant? Well, and I've decided long ago, I'm not going to be the cliche old man who's set in his ways. Back in my day, this is how we did it. So no, that's not going to be me. In fact, I'll be known as the old man who is open-minded to new ideas. Because if I'm not open-minded to new ideas, then I become irrelevant. And that's I can't even say it's my fear. I don't fear it because I have a plan for it. If you have a plan for things, you're not going to fear them. So I know that may seem like an indirect way to answer this question. How do we deal with the process of aging physically? But here's my answer. And I feel that this is the best answer you're honestly going to get anywhere, is that as long as we find ways to remain relevant to the people around us in our society, it overrides the fact that we're aging. Because I think that's why we're fearing aging. So like I said, it's about being open-minded to new ideas, not being set in our ways. And for me, it's about being healthy. That's another part of it, because you can't change certain things like wrinkles and hair growing in new places and things like that, and of course the hair thing, but I won't mention that in this video. But for me, I'm a vegan. I've been one for 3.5 years, a vegetarian for 5 years, and kosher for 8. I exercise, obviously, and that's one of the reasons I'm always moving in these videos on my break. Here I am, a 35-year-old guy who works in an office over there, and I use and it's cold. It's like 35 degrees right now, and I'm always moving. It's very important to me that I am healthy. It's fine that I age. That's fine. And I've been very truly inspired by this concept of the Marlon Brando comparison in the movie The Fugitive Kind. I mean, I really do feel, that looks like me. He's a handsome looking guy in that movie, and he looks 35. So do I. I'm okay with looking 35. It's okay to look your age. That's not a bad thing. Looking your age isn't the bad thing. But being physically older than your actual age, that's a different story. That's why it's very important for me to outrun my actual own age, because that's something interesting to think about too, is the older we get, the older everybody else our age gets the same way. So while I may not win in the department of having the most hair for men that are 35, what I can do, the part that I can maybe have that competitive edge and really be that much more relevant, is to be healthy. Because I know that men don't like hearing this. My hand's getting cold. I know that men don't like hearing this, but please debunk what I'm about to say, because you won't be able to. There absolutely is a connection between how much meat men eat and getting cancer, especially like men cancer, colon cancer and all that stuff, prostate or whatever it is. That sort of stuff is related to how much meat we eat. So it's very important for me that I don't have those problems when I get older, because we can prevent those. We can prevent diabetes. So for me, I want to be healthy. I don't care about the wrinkles. I want to actually be healthy. I don't want the appearance of looking old. That's not what the concern is. The concern is actually being healthy and having a better quality of life, both mentally and physically. That's what matters to me. So I'm not telling you to stop eating meat, but I am saying that there's this whole concept of, I'm a man, I got to eat beef and bacon. And the real concept is, but check the records between people who actually live healthier lives. So for me, it's about being open-minded to new ideas. It's also about being healthy, because who cares if you're 60 years old and have perfectly smooth skin and you're thin and you have a full head of hair. But if you're unhealthy, if you're sick, then what does it matter anyway? So it matters to me that my quality of life is high. I guess is the adjective I'm looking for. Is high. That's what matters to me. And when now that I'm several minutes into this conversation, you can see what I'm putting on the forefront. I'm putting on the forefront the things that actually matter, especially as we age, and that's an important part to bring up. And I will close with this. Obviously, the older we get, the more life experience we get, the more emotionally intelligent we get, where you can get to my point in life to where no one is able to hurt your feelings because you don't allow them to hurt your feelings. Whereas someone who is emotionally unintelligent is going to, someone's going to cut in front of them on the road while they're driving, and they're going to flip them off and get all upset. How immature is that? Seriously, you're letting someone else control your emotions. So like the older you get, the more the wiser you get about stuff. So hey, wrinkles, signs of aging. But you know what? In closing, this is my plan for dealing with my aging. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to continue to be active and eat right. I'm going to be healthy on the inside by not allowing myself to be a victim in life, but instead to be victorious by being open-minded to new ideas and having a plan for the future. And as we do this, we're going to, as we look to the people who are our same age, suddenly something about us is going to seem younger. Even if we look our age, even if we look 35 or 55 or whatever age we end up are at the time, we still got something that maybe other people don't. And that fear of being irrelevant sort of goes away because we focused on the things that actually mattered in the process. Even if this isn't what you wanted to hear today, I really feel this is what you needed to hear. You may not have wanted to hear it, but this is the best answer you're going to get from anyone because it's from the heart. It's not superficial. It's the truth that you needed to hear. So search the internet. You won't find a better answer. Hey, Beardman, I like you. Thanks for leaving this comment in the comment tree today. And keep those comments coming. And you never know which one I'll pick and read on my channel here. I'm Nick Shell. I talk about receding hairlines, hair loss, and even aging, but all from a positive, proactive perspective. And what was the other thing? I had something else I want to say. I forgot. It's okay. I'm getting old. I'm 35, so I guess I forget that stuff. Thanks for watching.